I'm here with Mike Millegan, president of Verizon's Global Wholesale business. Mike, one of the things that there's sort of a misperception in the marketplace about the cloud computing revolution being competitive to telcos. So does that hold up at Verizon? Is cloud computing a threat?
Well, first of all, nice to see you today.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. So when we think about the cloud inside of Verizon, we think about it actually being complementary to what we do inside of Verizon. We have a level of infrastructure that we've invested in for a period of time, call it data centers, call it infrastructure as a service in today's vernacular. And ultimately, as we begin to think about application layers that lay on top of that from a cloud perspective, we think it's a fertile opportunity for us.
So it's more of the same you've always done, just a kind of a constant evolution of infrastructure as a service and other hosted services.
We certainly see it as evolutionary because some of the things that are to be done in the cloud haven't been done yet.
Right.
So we see it as an evolutionary opportunity for us.
Does it pose a change in the business model or the way that you approach the business? Because one of the interesting things that we're noticing about cloud computing is it's bringing the network organizations and the IT organizations closer together, and before they really were sort of running in two different parallel tracks. Is that happening within your business as well?
Yeah, it certainly creates a lot of debates
Yeah.
into the benefits and into the delivery mechanisms. But again, we've long ago inside of Verizon begun to have that communication and that leveraging of that capability between the IT resources and then also the network resources inside of our organization. So again, we see this as highly complementary and leveraging of some base capabilities that we've begun to work on.
So when you're talking about cloud computing and in the Verizon Wholesale organization, what are PTTs and other carriers, what's the thing that they're asking of you the most when they're getting into cloud services for the first time?
Yeah, so a couple of things we think about when we talk to PTTs about the cloud. First of all, you just think about consumption. And as there are various consumption models, and you think about the concept of buying on demand, then certainly they want to be able to economize their model such that they don't have idle resources in place. And so working with us on the cloud allows us a capability and them a capability to certainly take advantage of that. We also think about, and they think about, moving from a CapEx to an OpEx type environment. So they begin to have more flexibility and again, in how they spend their money and how they spend their resources. And then when you begin to think about just what I call Verizon quality grade, some people call it enterprise grade quality. When we think about the reliability and when we think about the security that we're able to overlay in this new cloud environment, it's certainly something that PTTs and others, ISPs, systems integrators are very interested in as they interface with the Verizon Global Wholesale Group.
Okay, so one thing that has come up competitively is when talking about Verizon cloud services versus what's being built with Amazon and Rackspace is the difference in the quality grade. Do you perceive that Amazon, Rackspace, and those types of efforts are competitive to Verizon, or are you guys building something completely different in a completely different way?
Yeah, we think about some of those type of alliances as early consumer-focused type of applications. We call it commodity type of applications. In our world, we know that our customers are looking for enterprise class type services. So again, the security and the reliability is very, very important to the customer set that we're dealing with. So again, this concept and conversation about the cloud, although we hear it everywhere, it's really still new and it's in its infancy. But we think about the chasm that's being created between a consumer or commodity class versus an enterprise class. And that's where we think Verizon coming together with our purchase of Terramark is beginning to separate ourselves out from the cloud.
How has the Terramark purchase helped you guys in terms of, now we know it's helped in terms of geography and reach into Latin America and places like that. How has it helped you on the business and technology side? Or were they doing things that much differently with how they relate to data centers and how they use their infrastructure?
Yeah, they certainly have world-class data centers, so we're able to learn from that. We think about a host of customers that are co-locating with them today, taking advantage of their NAP. Certainly, as you talk about the reach for us, whether that is in Latin America or also in the Middle East, Terramark brings that type of stability to us. And then when you just think about Terramark and the independence of the business before, it gives an extra incentive for Verizon to make sure that we are competitive in the marketplace and making sure that we're able to deliver our services in a manner that we'd like to deliver them in.
All right, Mike, thanks very much for talking with LRTV today. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.